The Albanian Riviera has no shortage of beautiful beaches, and there are lots of popular names like Saranda, Balara, and Durrës. But for us, the further south, the better. We love the smaller, quaint beaches down in South Albania. So today we're going to take you to our two favorites, Casa Mill and Borsh. Number 1, Casa Mill.
Hi guys, we've made it to Casa Mill. It was a pretty easy journey to get here. Just a couple of buses, pretty easy. Now we're eating at this restaurant. It's a pizza place that seems to be pretty highly rated. It's like 5-star rating, right next to our hotel. So we're here getting pizza and salad.
Our apartment here in Ksamil is adorable, and it's right next to the beach. It's right around the corner. So there are lots of restaurants along the beachfront, but just a little budget tip. A lot of times, if you round the corner, just one block, you don't have to go into sketchy areas, you don't have to go far from the beach, but if you'll just round the corner and walk a block or two, you will find way better restaurants, way more budget friendly, way more local, and the food will be just as good and the price will be 10 times better.
Cute little details. A little beach room.
This is Rakia.
This is rakia. I know it's like the national drink, right? But what is it?
Albania tradition.
All right.
It's our grapes. My father is the specialist to make it this.
He is.
Yeah, he made it.
Wow. We'll have to make him show us how.
To make it, I am the specialist to drink it.
Yes. Do you sip it? Do you
Slowly.
slowly? Okay.
Oh yeah, that burns a little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In Albania, so it's traditional. So we drink coffee in the morning.
Okay.
So the people drink in one glass rakia.
Oh, okay.
With the coffee?
With their coffee. Oh yeah, that
My
sounds
father,
good.
for example, so drink one coffee and 2 glasses rakia.
Testing out the waters? Well, what's the verdict?
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's not freezing, but it is cold.
We found a party. Ah, what's happening?
Happy birthday.
What's happening?
You can sit down if you want.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it's this little guy's birthday.
That was so much fun. We were going back to our Airbnb. This guy was in there dancing, and the guy looked at me and starts waving, like, "Come on!" It's his son's birthday. He's 1 year old. When they're dancing in their circle, I guess the circle dance. I don't remember.
Sure, let's call it circle dance.
Circle dance. As they're dancing in a circle, the front person always holds the money, and then they keep. Some people even switch the position and would hold out the money. And I'm like, "What's going on?" So I went to ask the host what's going on. He goes, "Oh, if you like something, and you're liking the music, then you have a tip for them. So when you're dancing around, you take the tip. When the song's over, you go take the tip to them." We could have stayed there probably all night, but we have to go work. So
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Fadmir.
So today we are getting out of our work bubble and venturing towards Borscht National Park here close to Ksamil. But first, we gotta catch a bus.
Well, the bus didn't come, so now we're hoofing it.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that.
Check out the view from the cheap seats.
I've been looking for love so true.
Must not be a very good show.
Down and down along came you.
Well, guys, we've been here all of 5 minutes. So, about time for you-know-who to need a snack.
Dinner and the show. Go tap dance.
Oh, apparently they found 8 other churches besides the big basilica.
8.
8.
We thought Arks had a bunch of churches in small little areas.
Yeah, this might have a seat per capita. You guys, in the town that we lived in before we left, you could, on one street, you could pick up a rock and throw it and you'd have hit 4 churches. At least.
'Cause I love you, yeah. There was a time I didn't have.
We definitely saw what we came to see, so we're gonna go get some dinner. But Boortje is worth your stay. It's super fun, it's super historical. The amount of history in this little place is huge, and we totally recommend it. 10 out of 10.
We have been in this town for like 24 hours, and we've already been to this restaurant twice. It's called Traditional Grill and Pizza. It's fairly new here in Ksamil, it looks like. We had an excellent pizza yesterday for a pretty good price, like $10 for our whole meal, I think. And this morning's breakfast is pretty amazing looking, and I think it's gonna cost us like $7 or $8. Pretty great. It really doesn't get better than beautiful Casa Mill. This quaint village is just a stone's throw from the Greek island of Corfu. It's quiet, there's good restaurants, the beach is the cutest, and most of the time you have it to yourself, at least this time of year. The people are super friendly, and it has one of the most amazing sunsets we have ever seen. And we saw it every night there. So definitely don't leave Casa Mill off your list. Number 2, Borsch.
Today was a very eventful day. It was a travel day for us. And it was going okay for a while until we got here to Borsch. We got to Borsch. I had the wrong address on my Google Maps, which we got off the bus because I thought we were right there by it and ready to go. So we walked over to it, and it was the wrong place. So it was a huge mistake because when Abby actually looked up the address, it was on the complete opposite end of the beach, which was about a 40-minute walk all the way across like gravel roads.
Yeah.
Dragging our bags and our backpacks and everything. Oh,
Yeah.
it was brutal.
Yeah. It wasn't the best. But, I mean,
But we had a great view, and we were cranky at the time, but now that we've actually made it to our hotel
Yeah.
and settled in,
so our booking app automatically puts something that we book onto Google Maps. I knew the name that was on it was not the name of the place I booked. But everything here in Albania has 3 names. Everything does. And so that was like one thing. I thought, okay, no big deal. Like it probably just has another name. And then also, often the name of a hotel or restaurant is different in Booking.com and Airbnb than it is on Google Maps. So even that is not necessarily a no-go. So I should have trusted my gut, but it was a beautiful bus ride through the mountains.
yes.
And now we're chilling on this incredible beach with the most clear turquoise water
Absolutely.
ever. And
There's pretty much nobody else here. Also, there's a couple people.
No, this is like a really small beach town that's
Yeah.
just kind of like up and coming, and it's not peak season here till July or August. This is May, so we got it all to ourselves.
Yeah.
have you really even been to the beach? If you haven't been to the beach with a herd of goats? I think not. Guys, don't we look sexy today? Regular Harriet and Marv. Not sure we could get more dorky than this. I'm pretty sure this is it. Except Marv here will also have the great big camera that we're filming on, so you can imagine that strapped across his chest. And yep, that's us today.
Yeah.
Looking good. Looking good. What are you doing?
Apex is a strut.
I can't even express the level of sexiness that we've got going on here.
That's right. Looking it.
Oh my gosh. We've decided to embark on a little adventure that we really don't know how long it's going to take us. We are heading for Buneki Beach, which is a really cool, beautiful beach. It's been described as like paradise. And apparently it has all these old bunkers and stuff on it from communist eras, because the communist leader of Albania was like a real cuckoo, and he was very paranoid rooster, and he had the nation like build bunkers all over the place, even on the beaches. So anyway, Google Maps says it's going to take us 2.5 hours. Our friend Mati said it's only like 0.2 to 0.3 miles. And our host said it'll take us about 30 minutes. So we just really don't have any clue.
So we had two options on this adventure. Walking through the sand here, trudging along, or we could have took a path all the way up to the road through the mountains, which would be a lot longer and we were going uphill. So.
No good option.
No good option.
Want to play Slug Bunker? Slug Bunker. I would have already hit you like 17 times.
This rock sand mix is kind of tough to
No whining.
walk in.
No whining.
Annie, I think we made it.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's it over here.
Oh, wait, yeah. There's supposed to be like a gap. There's supposed to be like a gap in the mountain where the stream comes down, so maybe that's it.
I think so.
Okay. Oh, well, aren't you just a raunchy one? Nipples out and everything. Have some respect. So what's your Buneki Beach review?
I would say just okay.
Wow. Nancy negative over there. So here's the deal. This beach is absolutely stunning. However, it looks pretty much the same as what we came from. So we kind of walked an hour down the beach and the rocks and the sand and the pebbles and stuff to find exactly what we already had. The pictures we saw of this beach were from the mountains, like looking down on it and drone shots, and that does look amazing. But obviously you can't see that from the beach. So, I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. It's a Mediterranean paradise. It's clean. There's a lovely beach bar here. It looks like there's also like some cabins where you could actually stay at this beach. There's lots of sunshade and tons of chairs. There's a little dock here. So it definitely is nice. It's definitely quiet. There's like maybe 5 other people here. But again, Borsch is where we are staying, and it is like the longest stretch of beach in Albania, and there's no one on it, like no one. So, you know, but you also don't get a chair or anything. You have to go to an actual like beach to get a chair. So, and these rocky Mediterranean beaches are not so fun if you don't have a chair. So this is beautiful. It's amazing. it's also just like exactly what's out the front of our door at our hotel too, though. So I think that's why Davis is not impressed. Well, it's been about an hour. We're gonna leave now and hike back. To be perfectly honest, the beach doesn't do that much for Davis and I when we can't get in the water. If we can't surf or snorkel or swim or ride waves on our belly like a bunch of kids, it just really doesn't do much for us. And it's way too dang cold to get in the water here for this southern girl. Way too cold. So we're just gonna hike our way back and enjoy the view.
Boil some water. Sometimes water because we have coffee. We don't have a coffee pot or kettle or anything. So.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
It's super early. I've not had enough coffee yet. But we gotta catch this minibus to go up to Upper Borsch because there's some stuff up there we need to see.
Well, we've gotten our first sighting.
Way up there.
Way stinking up there. Cool. I'm very excited about that pre-coffee.
You had one cup.
Like I said, pre-coffee. Bunker. Another bunker.
The bunkers are falling apart.
Yeah, I don't think the bunkers were ever very safe. Every single one we've seen almost has been like falling apart or, yeah. Don't look like they would have worked very well. Oh, a flat part. I like it. Oh, this is dumb. This is very dumb. I need a break. Guys, this is so beautiful. This walk, like, it's awesome. It's very steep, but it's so beautiful. Sheesh.
Welcome to Borscht Castle, or Borscht Castle, or the many other names it's had in the 2,400 years it's been here. And we're going to show you around.
So Borscht Castle was originally built in the 4th century BC, they think, to guard the pass between the Ionian Mountains, or I think the Lamora Pass, the Albanians call it, to the sea. So it's been a strategic position for about 2,400 years. Like everything else around here, it was owned by the Greeks, and then the Romans, and then the Ottomans, and then the Byzantines, and then the Albanians. Pretty much everyone. Come on in, guys. We'll leave the gate open. Also, there's a lot of poop around here. I think the goats just pretty much use it for their own food. So watch out for poo.
Lots of poop. There's all the poop.
Yeah, all the poop right in the entrance.
Oh yeah.
So there's not much left of the castle, except for this domed mosque that was added by the Ottomans probably in the 18th century, maybe 17th. I don't really know. I forgot. But somewhere around there. It is missing its minaret, but it's fairly intact otherwise. And you can see on the walls that it was brightly painted at one point. There's not a lot of history on this castle. I mean, there is a lot of history, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of it written down. So, seems sturdy enough.
It's a little sketch, huh?
A little sketch, not too bad. You coming? There's not really a top, it just kind of ends. Now the fun part goes getting back down that ladder. Awesome. This is a cool staircase though. This staircase is for people with very tiny feet. Decide how I feel about all these ruins. Some people in the comments are like, well, they're just letting it ruin and it's not being taken care of, not being preserved, and that's really sad. And I totally get that sentiment. But then there's also something kind of nice about just being able to wander it freely and like just letting it be natural. So I can't decide how I feel. Alright you guys, even though there's not a ton of this castle left, this little hike up here is worth it just for the views alone. It's amazing. Oh babe, there's horses.
Hey,
Down.
what you doing? I don't have any snacks. I don't have any snacks. He followed us all the way down the mountain. He's just now saying hi. Found the cutest cafe. You hear the rushing water? It's like underneath us. It's crazy. Cutest place ever. This place. Whatever that is. So we're not really sure what the name of this place is. The banner outside says Cafe Torelli, which is also what my coffee cup says. But then my sugar packet says Uvara, and so does the menu. So, welcome to Cafe Torelli Uvara. Guys, look at this incredible restaurant. This place is so awesome.
Back here.
We just happened to see it as we were walking down the hill. It's just got all these terraces of waterfalls and just water coming from everywhere. And then like this river, all of this goes down underneath the restaurant and comes out on the other side, like in the seating area. Borsh is the epitome of quiet. Now we are here in the off season. Summer beach season is not till July and August here on the Mediterranean. So the water's freezing and a lot of stuff is closed down. But Borsch is quiet anyway. There's only like 2,500 people that live here. I believe most of the tourists that come are from nearby European countries or Albanians themselves. And so I know we have an Albanian follower back home that said her and her family came here every single summer when she was a kid. And I can see why. It's actually the longest stretch of beach on the Ionian Sea in Albania. It's like 7 kilometers of pristine, lovely beach. The water is clear, the pebbles are white, the mountains are in the background. It's so quiet. There's just a few restaurants and a couple little mini markets. There's not even an ATM till 20 miles down the street, FY. So bring money when you come, lots of money. Yeah, I think our apartment is, I mean, it's a lovely, lovely brand new renovated apartment right on the beach. Just, you can throw a rock in the water and it's $24 a night. So really wonderful prices, absolutely beautiful location, lots and lots and lots of history. So yeah, Borsch is pretty dreamy.
Like we said in the intro, there are tons of beautiful beaches in Albania to choose from. We passed through a lovely mountain town called Dermi with its own beach that looked absolutely beautiful. It was quaint, the buildings were cute, it looked amazing. We didn't get a chance to stop, but it was great. On our alternate list would be Himarë. Himarë has a beautiful little boardwalk and lovely cove beach, and great restaurants all within walking distance. It is a little bit larger of a town, so you might feel more comfortable there, and there's some nightlife. But it is a beautiful, beautiful place that still has great prices, at least when we were there. Saranda is the beach town that everybody knows about. Very popular with tourists. It wasn't really our vibe. We mostly just passed through with a bus connection and went on down to quiet little Casa Mill. If you like your beach with a little more nightlife and you like lots of restaurants and tourist activities, Saranda might be the place for you. Now, if you like your beach mixed with a little city vibe with lots of nightlife, then maybe Durrës or Vlora would be better for you. They are larger, busier cities with busy boardwalks and lots of people at the beach, but no shortage on things to do. So you really just pick your poison. We like our beach trip quiet. You might like yours with tons of nightlife. So if you like your beach with a little bit of shopping and a little bit of people watching and a little bit of nightlife and maybe a museum during the day, then Durrës or Vlora might be better for you. Every beach has its personality, just like all of you, so make a choice with what you want to do. But these two, we can personally tell you, are absolutely beautiful.
Welcome to Borscht Castle.
So Borscht Castle, that is hard to say.
It is, right?
That's a lot of shushes. It's a little shush sound. Shush.
When you no longer need your cannon, you just make it a flagpole. I like it.
Very inventive.
Very inventive.
You go down first. That way, if you fall, if I fall, you can catch me.
Okay. Pretty sure there's a translation messed up because I think that's supposed to be fried squid. It says it's frightened squid. Frightened. Guess my squid's gonna be scared.
Probably the one and only time in my life I'll ever have Chanel sheets. I'm really hungry.
I've already told you what we have to do. We have to walk down the street and just find a place that's actually open. Because Google Maps said that Poseidon place was open. And that's where all the goats were eating the tall grass. It's definitely not open.
It's really kind of like being in Star Wars around here.
With all these funky looking alien bunkers.
Dung beetle.